Qualifiers. We got Ancient versus YP. Going into map 2, Devilwalk's internet is out. And we've got Benji coming in, big superstar. Well, okay, that's a bit of an exaggeration, but solid player. Playing on the likes of Property and some other Swedish mixed teams, and obviously now on Den DD, but he himself being from Bosnia.
Did you enjoy our break?
Yes.
I did too.
I'm refreshed.
I was checking out one of the sponsors for these teams here.
There you were.
And yeah, so I'm good to go. And now we are going to head YP starting out on the T side, looking for a quick upper B rush. One to be on the tight right. It will get checked by Arc. Very good job. Benji is going to be able to actually find a frag, though he's starting to slow it down, but YP eventually overtaking it. But where did he come from?
I don't know. He literally RKO'd them out of nowhere. I didn't notice him on the map at all. They certainly didn't.
His memes were dreams, man.
They really were. Twist 1 versus 2. Sotfik trying to get over to Van, and he does. They're pretty low. So a couple body shots going to be taken in. Okay, Kabakin will just do a quick little peek like that, find his third on the round. When you're hot, you're hot. 1-0 for YP.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy how that all happened. I mean, YP looked like they were pretty much in the driver's seat of the round. They got a 2-for-1 trade at the very beginning. Was looking pretty good with, and Schneider literally just, I mean, Randy Orton his way into the site. Made it close, but YP still closed it out in the end. So they will be up 1-0 now. They will go ahead and upgrade. We see a couple Khalils, couple AKs, 1 MAC-10 on the DAF cost, and now looks like they want to try their chances at a pretty heavy A hit. Palf will be looking to push Palace, but totally whiff that hop. Now he'll have to climb up there.
Boom. Palf taking some damage, and YP being smart to use their nades. Oh, nice attempt. The flash going in, Palf was moving in backwards, but Sotfik was close enough that he was in no danger. Easily brings him down, and Twist out of the equation too. It's up to Schneider, Pronax, and Benji here. TT to be smoked. Dima gonna get that bomb down, and Pronax not gonna push it. That nade, though, actually kind of bounces back, hitting something on the way. Benji over on the stairs, and YP looking to keep everybody alive.
So, while this round kind of comes to a close, Joey, we did talk about how Benji came in for Devilwalk. Not really sure if it was internet issues or what, but he is here. I think you're actually somewhat familiar with Benji from your casting of like SIBO Pro League the last couple of seasons that he participated in. Can you maybe like tell the viewers a little bit about him who may not know who Benji is?
Yeah, he played with it was Benji, Dumas, Kaboom, and a couple others. I thought they were on the Property roster for a while. They were a pretty solid team. I believe that Benji also takes up the op every once in a while. Let me check out his weapon stats real quick. It was either him or Kaboom. Yeah, Benji ops every once in a while, but that whole team at large didn't op very much. So definitely a good rifle, crazy aimer. I mean, actually, there's a couple Bosnians on the scene like really taking it by storm. Like look at Nico on Mouseboard. It's like ridiculous aim. It seems to be a trait that they all have. Racial passive, if you will.
Right, yeah, so definitely, you know, Benji is a guy who has shown us a little bit. He actually even played a little bit with DenDD. Like, he actually played with them at the minor, right?
Yep, he did.
He was on that team, so it's a somewhat familiar face to some of you guys out there.
And who says that saving a MAC-10 is useless going into a round like this? Pronax actually moved into Palace, found an opening kill, and that allowed himself to pick up the AK. MAC-10 handed over then to Palf, so 4-on-4 bomb is down, but now you actually have a gun worth saving. Got $3,000 there on Pronax, but he'll try to keep that up, I'm sure. And, oh no, he actually does go down. Here's Palf getting one more. Can he get out to the rifle? I think that's what he's going to try to do, but it's being covered up by Dima right now.
It is. So there's really not much Palf can hope to do, as he will just kind of come out there and get caught by Dima. So we'll be the 3-0 start here from YP. We'll follow that trend. As of course, map 1 was already in the books for YP, so they can win this one and 2-0 the series, and they would be moving on next to XSK, who qualified earlier today, as well as, of course, the rest of the 16 teams that... Not 16, holy cow, other 14 teams that will be at the major qualifier here at the end of the month. Ancient needs to win this match to force the third, which would be Kasha, I believe, to decide who moves on. So, need to see Ancient come alive here. They do have the guns in their hands. Schneider does have the op. We had a little bit of a boost going on. They get Schneider onto the catwalk, but Tafkosh just eradicates him. That's a tough one.
Yeah, Schneider going down early and not looking any better at the start of this map. I mean, losing the pistol and the subsequent two, sure, that's fine. Pistol rounds can be hard to come by, but now starting in this first rifle and it's not looking good. Schneider already down. YP got to be full of confidence after taking map 1 and having a great start here. Twist, though, getting aggressive, maybe going to make a play. He'll certainly be the one that'll have to step up as he has been so far on this team. And Davkos just ready for it. Twist obliterated.
So, I mean, there's a lot of weight put on Frontex on the connector. He does pick up 1, so he's starting to even it back up, but the A site is under siege right now as Davkos just keeps raining in the frag. Starting at 3, he could go for the ace here, and oh, there's 4. It could be the 5K. Benji's like, no, I will not be a part of that stat. I'm getting out of here. I'm going somewhere else. But he still might run into Davkos.
That's right
there
where
it
Davkos is, too. Damn.
Man, oh, man. And we did talk about before the series started, you know, Davkos had a pretty good game against Go Lounge. After map 1 on Cash, he was kind of slow to pick things up, but once he played on Cobble Mirage, he looked really on point. He was certainly on point on Cobble just now against Ancient. I think he was like mid-20s or high 20s or something like that before the game ended, and now he's already 8-2, 4 rounds in, so it's exactly what you want out of him if you're YP.
You just chain it together. Gonna go for another one here. Missing a shoulder that he had an opportunity to shoot out at middle, but again, Ancient just standard setup and only with pistols.
Yeah, I can't expect too much out of him here with just the P250s, except for Twist, who was having his way with the P250 over there on Cobble. Looks like he wants to come out mid, see if he can carry it over. Does dink Davkos down to 22 HP, but he is forced to back off, and YP now have a 5-on-3, so they should have this one secured. There isn't too much left to worry about.
Twist ended up having 11 kills with the P250 on Cobble in 5 rounds. That's pretty crazy. 2.2 KPR when he had a P250. That's nuts. But Pound for the 5-7. Ooh, gets a freebie there. Arch staring into the connector and not even reacting, accepting his fate, I think, after he got dinked by the first shot. There's Dima. Oh, nice one, taking Schneider off the fence. Get off of that. Not letting you come over. Dima gonna bring down Palf as well. And that's a 4K for Dima. Davkos aced the previous round. Dima becomes the Eco Cobra and snags up all the pistol frags with a 4K.
He was the other big player for YP last map, too. I mean, he was really big, especially on putting up B defenses on Cobble. Definitely putting up the numbers, and, you know, he seems to be carrying that over. But we are into our next gun round. Double option up in effect now for Ancient. Twist will pick up the second one. Schneider still with his. You're going to see Schneider taking his to the window. Twist will have his over at the A bomb site. They're going to be pretty mid and A heavy here as far as firepower goes for Ancient. We will see YP opening up pretty default. You have Davkos and Dima trying to get mid control with Arch coming up the underpass. While Sotfik just kind of lurks over towards the A bomb site. So typical mid control type stuff. Nothing too crazy here. Exactly what you'd expect.
Yeah, I mean the craziest thing on this round is the adjustment. We saw maybe 1 or 2 double op rounds in day 1 against E-Frag from Ancient, but this time it will be Schneider and Twist. That's who it was the last time to pick up these ops and try to get something done. Although Pronax, who started this round pushing Cat and getting into the ladder room, will go down. Dima on the T side of Mirage, he loves to be the player to help get the mid control and just deposit himself in the ladder room.
Yeah, very
and he's done that
Meister-esque. Do that all the time for Fnatic. They're going to use it to go B this time, actually, though. They're going to send everyone else up for B, except for Sotfik. I think he's going to back Dima up on the catwalk, but 3 will come up for B. Twist is here with the op, though, so there's still some hope for Ancient. And that hope is now gone.
That was, you know, shoot 1 millisecond earlier. That could have been a 2-for-1, but instead goes right in between, splits the wickets. Always like to get that into casting. And it's Palf and Schneider retaking 2 versus 3. Palf does have a kit. Schneider still with his op. And Arch catching him off guard. So at least the first one. We'll find them both even. 6-0 for YP.
So this is not looking good if you're in hopes that Ancient would make it to the qualifiers. YP's already up 6-0 on the T side of Mirage. This map is, I guess it's somewhat balanced, right? It's not crazily CT sided, but you'd still think you're good for 9 to 10 rounds on the CT side. But YP has already likely got themselves a 7th, as Ancient does not have so much to work with this round. The next round is going to be even worse, probably. So They really need this to work out. Meanwhile, YP is just styling on cash, like just must have been hitting up the gold shows or something, man. They are just sitting so pretty right now with money. They wouldn't be saving for at least another 3 rounds.
And the crazy thing is that YP, like, not even having played top teams in the world, actually only have a 36% T-round win percentage, which is not very high, considering they've started this one off 6-0 and are just storming on. Nice look at that smoke wall. Kevin giving us the bird's eye view to show exactly where that was set up. Everyone on Ancient pinned behind it, except for maybe Pronax and Twist, but they've already fallen. Benji gonna announce himself. He saw the nade come over, knew he was there. Palf nearly lining up 2 of them, though, in Sandwich. He's gonna flash over. Actually, Schneider flashing over actually catches himself in the face, delaying things a little bit further. Know where Sotvic is. Davkost, though, from ramp, will peek out, and oh, just gonna get them both. Quick double for Davkost to secure the round, 7-0.
Yeah, I mean, and you kind of go into what you just said, though. YP has looked pretty coordinated on this T side, man. Like, they're kind of drifting towards the heavy smoke execute at A as well, but they also have the mid control, so they're mixing it up nicely. They seem to have some good diversity to their playbook. And just that was a really good tactic there. That's kind of that smoke wall Navi kind of started using at the middle of last year. Just, you know, rather than the CT spawn smokes and then smokes on that side, you just see kind of the straight line in the site. But they also added some nice Molotovs to that as well to kind of clear out the bench area and back a triple box. But we're going to see an underpass push here from Ancient. But
Flashes himself, but yeah, very aware, very ready for that. Still a chance for Pronax and a crew who's down there with them. Benji to be on a pretty fast flank. Looks like Sotvic finally gave it up, but now that the bomb is going down, it will just be spread out. Find your post plants and make sure to get your guns out, because here are 2 players coming up those steps. Davkost low, going to smoke this off. Do they have any nades to use? No, they don't. Davkost throws one of his own and crosses. And trying to get that fire down in case they decide to push through.
So, I mean, the quick flank comes in from underpass, but it was at the cost of forfeiting the B-bomb site completely, so YP just kind of bypassed the underpass and got the bomb down, then kept enough of a presence to stop any upper B flank from working out. Now, we do see Ancient at least able to collect a couple of AK-47s to carry over to the next round, and money is tight over there. Yeah, they're at max loss bonus of $3,400, but, you know, if you keep seeing them lose rounds and everyone having to buy down, you're eventually going to run into rounds where you're only sitting on, you know, FAMAS armor, low utility, or maybe even a couple of guys on just upgraded pistols and such. So getting those 2 AKs saves some cash, allows the op to come out more comfortably, and gives them, you know, a fighting chance here. But we still haven't seen much out of Ancient. Like, there hasn't even really been a round yet where I felt they even had a chance to win it. You know what I mean? Like, YP has seen pretty much 1 or 2 men ahead every round. Their tactics seem on point. They're being successful on both sides of the map as well as controlling middle. So
Whoa.
Something's got to work out for Ancient here soon, but it's not yet. Schneider goes down to Davkost.
Yeah, I mean, they were both kind of peaking at the same time. It was just the reactions, and Davkost was quicker. And actually, Schneider did shoot, he just missed.
Yeah.
Quicker to the trigger, but not as accurate. And wow, Pronax, yeah, just took that nade to the nuts. Kabakin now there, take him down, and that's nice that Ancient on that last eco were able to save 2 AKs, pull it into this, get the money in a okay spot. Maybe we can even force up with, oh, Twist gets that full blind. Maybe force up with some rifles and upgraded pistols in the next round, but the scary thing here is Twist. Really, the only reason they were competitive on Cobble, and you know that was only his 3rd kill he got, and that one wasn't even very meaningful.
Yeah. We saw him against Efrag just be an absolute terror over in the connector and stairs area. That was kind of his main position. We've seen him be a little bit more focused on trying to like anchor the A-bomb site. We saw him trying to even run an off at times over there, trying to see if he couldn't help slow things down in that area, but didn't really pan out. And yeah, Schneider just hasn't really cut it with the op. I mean, we mentioned yesterday he was having a little bit of trouble. He came alive with it on Cobble towards the end to give his team a chance, putting up some good B defenses with it. But here on Mirage, he really seems to have kind of struggled with it. He'll get another shot at it though now. Looks like he will move it differently. He's actually going to look for an aggressive peek into Palace, and he might find Sotvic. There's a chance there, but meanwhile, we do see YP getting control of middle.
Well, a couple of nades to the face dissuaded them a little bit. They got 2 at the top of mid, but also 2 coming from underpass. So Twist gonna flash and look one way, will immediately be traded, so Team YP can be pretty happy with that.
Oh yeah, if you can get rid of twists and only lose one player in their process, that is certainly. I mean, it's always efficient to trade 1-for-1, but if you're taking their star out in the process, that's great news.
And that's an opener from Palace, bringing down Schneider, who was either on or under the balcony. Couldn't quite tell which from the mini-map.
I mean, with it being a 4-on-3 here, we are going to see YP moving that bomb over to upper B, so it's going to be up to Benji here. Does he have a flash? No, he does not, so he can't really do any type of pop flash peek. He's just going to have to try to hit something, but he does get out of there. But his rotate's so far away, Joey.
Yeah, it is. I mean, CT spawn's the closest one. Not able to get anyone on that cross out the window. Could get ugly from here. Does grab. Okay, got the first one. Lit up the second. Just giving his boys a little bit of an opportunity if one of them could get in there and even up 2-on-2 real fast. But nope, Davkos just peeks the market, expects ones to be there. And then even expecting the window, but Palf will actually win that trade. And Sotfik from behind. He's the one that often makes these big flank plays on the post plants, and most of the time it does work out.
I mean, this is not looking good for Ancient at all. 10-0
really not.
Right now in favor of YP. It seems like the guys over here at YP have all but booked those tickets to Columbus for the end of the month, man.
That was their motivation. They had to pay for them with their own money first, and then if they won, they got reimbursed. That's how you motivate a team.
We are going to see YP gathering up here outside the A bomb site, so they seem to, like I said, be really kind of, you know, switching up between mid control and heavy A tactics. So they definitely seem to have a lot of different plays they can go towards. And so far, everything's worked, right? So if you're Ancient, you have a tough time when literally everything YP's throwing at you is successful and you don't even know what's coming next because they're switching it up so well.
Well, I thought this round was going to start off well. Ancient were very effective with their HEs. Like, they did so much damage to both Sotfik and Davkos, but then it's still Dima who peeks out that gets a kill. Now Pronax getting curious, but he is not a cat. He does not have 9 lives. He gets shot down, and Schneider nearly lining them up for a third. But he falls, and that still leaves YP man advantage, and these were the healthy guys.
But will they check Palf's spot? This could actually be like the most critical factor in this round, is if Palf goes unchecked, he has a very good chance, since they seem pretty dedicated to A, to being able to figure something out. But look at this, you still have Sotfik, who's going to be able to connect or maybe catch someone in the back.
Gets him from Cat. We saw his that ray that was being cast all the way through the connector, and it finally lined up with him at reverse fire. Benji gets the trade, well done, but still left 1-on-2.
Yeah, I mean, that kill from Sotfik's huge because Palf was really the guy that could have blown that round up. He really could have been the one to reel it back in there for Ancient, but as you noted, he was able to kind of spot it out. And you almost wonder if that's why YP was hesitant to push out. They were kind of waiting for Sotfik to clear out some of those more dangerous and kind of those spots that you don't see used so often. And that was massive. You know, now YP has an even bigger lead. Ancient has even less to work with. They have to do more with less. And you got to think that this is starting to spiral out of control. It already has spiraled out of control.
Yeah, I think 11-0 is pretty out of control. But I almost gotta like applaud YP. You know, being so dominant, being like, all right, 3-on-2, 11-0. You know, these guys are noobs, just push into the A site. But no, they're still being super cautious, checking their corners, even waiting for Sotfik to make the play out in middle, make sure the coast is truly clear, and just making sure there's no slip up. And that's the reason that not even a round has really been in the realm of possibility for Ancient.
Trying to get a flank there, but Davkos was onto it. Now Dima's clearing out the rest of the retake coming in. Only 2 left. It's Benji and Palf. You do see Palf, he's trying to maybe go for a little bit of a ninja here. He will get on the bomb. No one's shooting him just yet. He could, in fact, pull this off. No, Davkos. They realized that what was going on. The jig was up, and YP are going to take it now 12-0. So after what was a pretty back and forth map on Cobble, especially towards the end of the game, this game, not even close.
Nope.
Again, I haven't even seen Ancient come close to winning a round yet.
Yeah, not I mean, there's been a couple like 1-on-2s, but even still, the CT that was left in that situation was still in such a bad spot that it wasn't really realistic that they should have won anything, and they haven't won anything. If they won that last one, I actually would have been really mad, because smoke diffuses happen. Sometimes they're pretty hype, but that would have been a pretty silly one.
Twist does get the 1 dig there on the Davkos, so that's one big tool in the chest of YP down. But everyone else has also been playing up to snuff, so even with him out of the equation, Ancient still has some work to do. Especially when they're only on pistols, and Dima's already even the odds.
He's a legend. Pronax gonna maybe make him sweat a little bit. Oh, now they really are. Schneider's there at the bottom of the stairs. Kabak not expecting it. And Ancient now with a 4 versus 2. Some guns in their hands. Quista with that deagle. Missing those shots. Actually not even a point of damage given. So YP now back in a decent spot. Still a man down, but none of these guys have armor. Dima looking for his 3rd kill. Will find it easy. Clean up on the Pronax who was low. 2-on-2 post plant now.
Schneider. This flank from Schneider could be massive. I don't think they'll ever think for him to be here.
But it doesn't really matter. They've planted the bomb in a perfect... They planted the bomb on the front side of triple and are playing the post plants that really account for that flank anyways. And now Dima, like that, able to get out and find his 4th. Uh-oh, Schneider, you better throw that thing.
He hit him with it and did some damage first before finishing him off with the AK, but Sophic is still up and Schneider's out of time here. Not much he's going to be able to do but just try to see if he can't get another kill. But, I mean, what good would it really do? There's so much money on YP's side. You know, forcing him to make another purchase isn't really going to amount to him much. He will hold on to the AK, and with that, that will save a bit of money. Now, Ancient does have quite a bit to work with since they took that save. They should be able to double op if they so choose to do so, see if they can't make something happen. But, heck, the double op hasn't even really been effective. They already tried it a couple of times to no avail, so they will just kind of play standard here. And it's 13-10 for YP, and I feel like Ancient's running out of options.
I mean, we talk time and time again about how bad even a 13-2 scoreline is. You lose the pistol, you're generally doomed because people can turn a pistol round into the first 3 of a half. If it becomes 14 or even 15, it's going to be brutal.
Especially since theoretically YP is going to be going to the easier side in the next half, so...
Yeah, exactly. They're on the unfavored side here on Mirage, and they're still absolutely dominating. Benji tries to look out for information. Davcast goes, here's your information. But it's in the form of a high-velocity bullet. Schneider missing his. 3-on-3.
I like that. That was one of your best.
One of my best.
I felt like that was one of your best expressions I've seen, as we are going to see the rest of YP.
Put that in my pocket.
To the B site. Ark going to take out Pronax, the lone defender, and the rotate still well off. And with YP and man up, it seems like the 14th round is all but inevitable. Schneider trying to sneak in here with the AWP, but has been spotted out.
Yes, the fire. You've got this. Well, still gets the shot, but I don't know if the trade was worth it.
Yeah, probably not. Not at this point. And I mean, YP. This would definitely be part of that hardcore section.
Yeah, I was milling over that reference in my head as well.
Indeed.
Dominatrix, put some tags on
this is our this might be our last chance to get those jokes in. Or well, I mean, yeah, the main qualifier. If you're there, you'll be able to.
We're gonna be able to make these jokes on LAN.
Yeah, exactly. But for me, this is my last chance to get a few in. So had to stick that one out there.
Well, I don't want to deny you the opportunity to get it in. So 14-0, Schneider. Now that's actually Pronax jumping and spotting over here. And the nades and molotovs might just deal with him. He's able to slide under the window and still stay alive. Looking for him. Oh, Dima will find him. This man will find you. He will kill you. He might be Liam Neeson. 5-on-2.
Yeah, I mean...
This could be a 16-0.
Yeah, it's looking fairly likely. Looking like a complete wash here.
Schneider, he's like, you know what? I'm gonna go in the fire again. Not really given many choices. The Molotov gonna be refreshed. There he goes, gets one out of the window. Davcost looks in through the flames, gets Palf. Schneider left, 1 versus 4. Gets man off the top shelf. Uh-oh. Damn. Got the 16-0 team, and you're knifing them?
Yeah. It's getting pretty brutal right now. Whipping it out and giving him a facial, man.
There you go. No comment on that one. Moving into the second half, of course, if they get the pistol, it's over.
Yeah. This would be the first 16-0 of any of the qualification process for the major, I think.
Yeah. For those of you that don't watch Counter-Strike, 16-0s are...
pretty bad.
Like, yeah, pretty bad. Just because of the opportunity to get, you know, either of the pistol rounds, which, I don't know, kind of up in the air on how I feel about those in CS, but... One more player, no one waiting too long. I think Ancient got to realize
there's
not much hope.
Yeah, there's no need for stalling in this moment. I mean, it's just so unfortunate, though. It's really disappointing because of how competitive Cobble really there looked. And this has been just nothing close to that. So, I guess neither one of our predictions were right, but I guess I was closer because YP did win.
Yeah, I'll give you the Price is Right victory on the series prediction. But man, based off of, I just went off of what Ancient showed us yesterday. Everyone looked so good.
Yeah, their Mirage was on point.
To
be fair, they even
Twist showed up, but
yeah. To be fair, on Cobble even yesterday, they looked a little bit off against Seafrag, but their Mirage was just gnarly. But I mean, yeah, they haven't done anything here. Benji though, trying to see if he can't make things happen. He does get into a 4-on-4. They are going to get control of this B-bomb site. And they should get the plant down before any opposition is able to get into position.
Arch has got a kill. One is sliding into Van is spotted. Davkos sees that. Now he knows one's at bench. This player's low, but showing only the head. Palp. Oh, what? Okay, 2-on-3. Retaking Kabakin and Arch. Both of them coming from the same area as well. Arch gets one out the window, and now it's all onto Arch. He falls out. He's into the site, taking Benji out from behind bench. One-on-one with Palf. He's trying to hide. Saw that foot. He just gets him. Now Palf has fallen, and Arch has done it. 4K on the pistol round. 16-0. Ancient out. Team YP to Columbus.
Yeah, I mean that was a rough one to watch, man. That was really, like I said, just kind of depressing, kind of an anticlimactic finish. Just thinking about how things went on Cobble and how Ancient played against Efrag, you thought that there was some hope that they might pull through here. In fact, I think in many people's eyes, they were even kind of considered a slight favorite. At least when it comes to like the betting
Go Lounge was 80-20. The tweet I threw out was like 70-30.
I mean, to be fair, I think whenever we did our pregame discussion, we felt that was a little bit exaggerated. That was probably maybe closer to 60-40 or something like that. So I think we did rein it in to make it a bit more realistic. But I mean, YP just absolutely stormed through it. I mean, on Cobble, we already kind of hashed that out. It was really just kind of a case where Twist was kind of the only one doing anything for the longest time. And then
Pronax in the second half made it competitive.
He did, but it still just seemed like it wasn't enough. And, you know, YP, on the other hand, they had Davkos doing what he was supposed to be doing. They had Dima stepping up and making some big plays and throwing up some good numbers. And I think even like Arch and Sotfik were even doing pretty well there. And here on Mirage, I mean, everyone was doing their job on the team here for YP. Their T side was just perfect. I mean, the whole game was perfect.
150 ADR for Dima.
Yeah. So when you have Dima doing that and Davkos is just destroying people with the AWP, I mean, what are you supposed to do? Especially when no one's doing any defense. Like even Twist, like the hero of Ancient throughout this tournament, was unable.
It was like
to
1-8
together
at one point.
Yeah, it was not looking good for him. And again, it was one of those scenarios where literally everything YP ran, every tactic they called, it worked. They were very diverse. Like they had their heavy B executes, heavy executes. They had their mid control to, you know, splitting both sites at different times. So it was literally just everything panned out for them.
So now it will be interesting to see what the future of Ancient will be. I'm sure they were talking to orgs if they were to qualify for the major qualifier offline. I'm sure maybe an org would have looked at them. Now, after getting 16-0'd and just dismantled by YP on basically both maps, I wonder what will happen with this team. If it was just a project that if it worked, they'd stick with it, or are they in for the long haul?
Well,
I mean, 2016 is going to be a crazy year. Like everyone's going to be wanting to play Counter-Strike.
Yeah, I mean, you have to kind of wonder about this team. Whatever opportunities that some of these players could have had outside of this team might already be gone. I mean, Pitt already got signed by NIP. Fnatic doesn't need to make any changes.
You just got to find that next league org that's going to go to CSGO and hit them up
Yeah,
first.
I guess that's true, right? But even all those seem to have already kind of finished things off with TSM and Energy and Echo Fox all coming out and signing their players up. Like that window seems to kind of already passed. So yeah, I don't really know. I feel like these players are probably stuck together. Maybe they'll make some roster changes, sure. Try to pick up some other free agents that are out there to bring in players, but as far as guys like Twist maybe finding a bigger and better home, or Pronax I mean, Price might have like coaching opportunities. I'm sure. I'm sure anyone would love to have him for that. But as far as being a player, I feel like some of his bigger opportunities are probably already past.
I mean, for me, Pronax was actually pretty good in all the maps that they played. No one really stood out on Mirage, clearly. But even on Cobble, he wasn't there for the first half, but he really showed up. Had 17 kills in the second half. It's more than a kill per round. It wasn't bad, and he did well on day one in both maps that they played. So we'll see. We'll keep our eyes on what Ancient and I guess Pronax Project, we'll call it that. The alliteration's nice. What they'll be up to. But looking forward to seeing Team YP in Columbus along with SK. So big congratulations to both SK and YP. They deserve it.
Yep, and then of course joining them from the LCQ was actually Games Academy. So shout out to them. The Brazilians are also going to be there. A new group of players that aspire to represent their country. And then of course we have several North American teams and European teams also going to be there, as well as Renegades and Mongols over from the Asian region. So this major, yeah. So I mean, this major qualifier truly is worldwide, world-reaching. Like, I mean, eventually we got to get out there to Antarctica, though, Joey. Like, I mean, we really have to, make sure this game really gets to every single continent, gives everyone a fair chance. We've had South African teams in the past as well, but I guess this time around we don't. But either way, that about does it for the LCQ. Of course, we are going to see the actual qualifiers take place at the end of this month, and of course that will be streamed here. So be sure to go ahead and bookmark this channel if you want to be able to catch the qualifiers, which again, they take place the 26th to the 28th. So that's the last weekend of the month. You'll be able to catch all that. And of course, the major is going to take place at the end of March, the 29th through April 3rd. And I believe there's still some tickets on sale if you want to get like general admission. I think all the VIP stuff is gone, but there still might be some GA tickets available if you'd like to travel out to Columbus and see the major for yourself. But of course, that'll also be streamed here as well as elsewhere also, I believe. But yeah, without further ado, Joey, do you want to go ahead and take it away and close this out?
No. Well, I guess a lot of casting, but it was fun. It was enjoyable. Good to see what these new teams are about, like ENTS, for instance. I got to see EFrag play again. It's been a little while since our last CVO season. So let's not leave anybody out. Everyone playing at this point is at a pretty high level. We had Pixel Fire, now Orgulus actually, Lounge Gaming, Ancient, EFrag, Team Empire, Arcade, Method, ENTS, and Penta. And then, of course, the teams that moved on, that was Team YP and SK Gaming. So a big shout out to all of you guys for playing. Big shout out to everyone for watching the MLG Last Chance Online Qualifier. I'm Helium. If you want, you can hit me up on Twitter over there at Helium Umbrella, and of course Dust at Dust Murray. And that will end the show, guys. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.